Hello everyone and welcome to Start to Finish for Valkyria Chronicles, or more specifically, let's replay Valkyria Chronicles, because I've played this game before, although fortunately I remember like 2 things that happened in it. I have Valkyria Chronicles 4 that I'm really wanting to play, but I thought before I got into that, it'd be fun to revisit this original game. So that's what we're gonna do. It's a strategy game. Sometimes I'm good at those. So this is the special Steam version, which had, God, this music's so good, a million things it wanted me to do in the options for graphics before I got started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to invert all of these camera controls. And, this is cool. I didn't know that it had Japanese voices. I remember really liking the English voices. That's what we're going to stick with. I have extras. Do I have extras? I don't know what this is. Oh, this is stuff. I'll do those later. So here's everything you need to know about Valkyria Chronicles. 1, it is one of the prettiest games you will ever see, with this hand-sketched style to it that is... I'd never seen anything like it when this originally came out on the PlayStation 3. And it's great. Everything about it is great. The art. Everything about the game's music is also great. This is scored, apologize for that sound in the background, by Hitoshi Sakimoto, who is a phenomenal composer. Most notable to me for his work in the Ivalice games in Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 12, and A Vagrant Story, I believe he's also done. He does all of the Valkyria Chronicles games. I don't know if he does 4, but I know he does 1, 2, and 3. We will not be seeing anything for Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3 in this, because 2 is a PSP game and is also bad. 3, I understand, was pretty good, but never made it out of Japan. This is a strategy game. It's we'll see. We'll see. Matt, let the work speak for itself. Music makes me happy. I listened to the soundtrack.
EC.
I turned subtitles on.
Powers controlled the continent.
Thank you.
In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire.
Whenever there's an empire around, you know things are going
In the
great.
west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, ragnite, for their survival. And its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on.
This music's so good. Look at that! Look at how that looks! How does it look that good?
Its vast military superiority struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation in the defensive.
I love the anti-tank guns.
Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the 2 superpowers.
And then
But the
Switzerland
rich
got
stores of
bumped.
ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche.
Red arrows moving in.
Prologue. Gallia to arms.
So let's first talk about absolute love. And this... I didn't remember this. I didn't remember how good this was. Just look at the way this looks. You're looking at a history book. You are reading the story of what happened. It's got a fake language. I actually don't think it's a fake language. I think that's just English. I think I can read that. I just gotta hang on. I gotta get real up on this screen. I don't think it's just lorem ipsuming. But I do say something like, it's something about the gun. It is you, and that is the gun is possible to shoot. I can't tell what that's. I can't. Oh. Martial soldier of empire who throws out. Surrounding people are blown off with luggage. Do let show falls an enemy's bullet. It is you. Okay, so it's not exactly lorem ipsuming, but it's mostly lorem ipsuming. Look how good this. Look how cool this is. Look how cool this is. The menus are an underrated part of what makes a game good. You want to talk about good menus? This is great. I'm like 5 minutes in and already going nuts. It's fantastic. I'm having a great time. Let's talk about menu design. Let's talk about when I think of the best example of modern menus in games, I think of Persona 5, which I've not finished, and I probably should. And I'm probably just going to get Persona 5 Royal, even though earlier today I was talking to people on Discord about how I really shouldn't do that. I'm going to do that. Don't tell my wife. She doesn't care. But it's so stylish, and it tells you so much about the world. Had to cough. And the people in it, and the style that you are, like, the style that in which you are going to be inhabiting. It's not just what you're looking at. It's what you are breathing. It's what you are bleeding. It's everything around you. It's great. It's an underrated way to immerse the player in the game. Here, in this game that we are clearly drawing on ideas of World War I and World War II, having this history book style and that video having the newspaper headlines come in. You give me a fantasy newspaper, I'm a happy boy. I love newspapers. I don't get a newspaper because the Washington Post, with their nonsense today about climate change denial, they can get in the bin. And most newspapers can get in the bin because they're owned by idiots. That's a little politics for you. I want to keep politics out of games. This is a game about politics. Deal with it. Congress. Menus are important. This is a good menu. I'm going to play the video game. It also lets me revisit my cutscenes. Revisiting cutscenes. Good. What's going on up here? Gallia to arms. We need to have a meeting. Matt, we need to have a meeting. Also, I've got this other stuff in here. Let's create a new save. I like save data. That's not factual. All right. Let's play the game.
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
Hang in there, people.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa.
Fish!
Already? Hey there, guys.
Uh.
You're beautiful. Starting early this year.
Are we?
You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
What is this conversation I'm having? Oh. I'm interviewing the fish. Oh, Art. Oh, Art, he says. Whoa.
Freeze. Put your hands in the air. Slowly.
Dirtbag.
Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are?
The one with the gun.
Nice.
We're with the Bruletown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there.
It's the most boring
Imperial
stuff.
Spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really.
Oh.
I was just sketching the fish, and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know.
A likely story.
And you know there's a war on, don't you?
Well, the fish don't know. Someone
All
had to
right
tell the
then,
fish.
Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station.
Oh, I love
Take
talking
him
about
away.
fish sketching. I've got tuna. I've got salmon.
Thanks, fish.
Those are the only types of fish I could remember at the top of my head, which is probably an issue with me. I'm going to bump the... I was a little worried the background volume for this might be a little too high. But I'm thinking, I don't know if we can hear the voices that well. I'm going to bump this down. I want you all to hear the voices. But I'm thinking these count as movies, so it's just going to be what it is. Maybe it comes out better in the video. I don't know. I feel like maybe I have a tiny bit of slowdown, but I had to do a ton of video settings for this. This is the most boring
Flowers,
stuff
bugs,
I've
and
ever
fish.
read.
You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Oh, there's definitely codes in
Maybe.
here.
Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
I like Alicia. I like her a lot.
Welks? Is that you?
Oh, don't call me
Sorry.
that.
Oh, your timing is perfect.
I'm afraid.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin?
Prison.
Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that.
I just don't
My brother's
care.
here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is. Huh?
Hi. We were giving him an arm desk.
I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Oh,
Gunfire!
that's correct.
Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there!
Oh, whoa. Ah! Ooh.
Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Gun. I'm with you, Gun. Let's go, Gun. I did that. I should probably do it again. Anything can happen out there. Okay, I'm having a little bit of trouble. This is just the PlayStation 3 save screen with Xbox button icons on it, and that's really screwing with me. All right, let's play the game again. All right. Now you're gonna see how the game works.
Okay, here's the plan.
She's gonna tell us about it. You got like Intel pictures and like they put a map on there and it's got that like the sepia tone. Oh. Cross the bridge. Take them down as fast as you can. Nice and easy.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
So here's what I remember. Oh, the music. May the blood glide forever. Oh, I didn't read all of that.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp.
Murder them all. Bring me their heads.
Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
Okay. Hit me up. So this really reminds me of something. This is something I wouldn't have gotten before. This makes me think of board games, where no matter how many people I have, you see here, I've got 3, and I've got 3 points, but that's not always going to be the case. I might have 6 or 7 people and have 3 or 4 command points. So even though I've got all those people, I can only get orders to so many of them at a time. And that makes me think of 2 board games, one of which I played, one of which I haven't. The one that I haven't, but I have watched some videos of, is Memoir 44, which is a game about World War II, I think it is, where you have it's a war game where you've got a bunch of units on a map in front of you and you're moving them around, but the quirk of the game is that you are dealt a set of cards, and on those cards have specific orders, and you say you divide. Let's take a look at this, and we're going to talk about board games instead of playing this game. So we're going to talk about, let's say the map was just this column, and this column. And so you'd have left, center, and right. And so your card might be activate the cards you have available to you might be activate 1 unit in right, activate 3 units in middle, or activate 1 unit in all 3 columns. And the idea is what it's doing there is you can have all these people out there, but the difficulty comes from in the orders that the general is able to get to them. And I think that's a really cool mechanic. That's also seen, I think, very similar fashion in the Command and Colors series, which my friend Nathan adores, and I played some of those with him. And there's like Command and Colors Napoleonics, where it's set in whatever war Napoleon fights in. He's the history guy, not me. It's like, no, I don't know where. Nathan, I need you to watch this video and tell me when the French Revolution was. I'm gonna tell him he has to watch this and tell me when the French Revolution was. He can't tell me in the email that I tell him that he needs to do this. Oh, look, the windmills. That's Wordsworth's windmill. Good. So good. So that's what this makes me think of, where I have activations. Now, what sets this apart is that I can activate the same person multiple times. But we'll see why you might necessarily not want to do that in a minute, because I'm still talking. Because I'm gonna, I'm gonna talk about one more thing. Look at these people. And there are the scouts. I can see where the scouts are on the map. Am I able to see more information about them? Gosh, we got stats. She's got a grenade, and she's got armor on. He doesn't have any, but no one has any defense. You got your stats here. Stats are good. I enjoy them. I play a lot of video games. I play a lot of fantasy video games, and I read a lot of fantasy novels, and I kind of regret doing that. Oh, I got extra stuff here. That's weird. One of the things I think makes Valkyria Chronicles work so well is how quickly it gets to the action and why you should care. You've got I don't know. How long was that opening video? Like 3 minutes maybe, if that? And it tells you, here you got some people fighting. It doesn't go into all the reasons why. And then it says why this little place in the middle is in trouble because of it. And it does that so quickly and so effectively that then when you're brought into the actual game and you meet some people, they're introduced to you in a really endearing way. So Alicia clearly cares about her job. Probably hasn't been at it for very long. She's very young. It's like she seems like she has some idealistic qualities to her. And Welkin's a dork. But it gives you endearing people right away. And it gives you a human cost for it because you see an attack on people, and here they are jumping to defend. And so you are playing as people that are immediately jumping to defend. And it's not just like all the farm boys' home is getting blown up. Although that may happen. I don't remember what happens after this. I don't remember Honestly, I'm not doing a bit or something. But so it's got a great opening. It's got great music. It's got a great style. And it's got a board game feel. It's got a really interesting system once you're in. Let's play the game.
Ready to go.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh. So now I'm in action, and I can move my unit. Oh no, Nathan's gonna play his game. Nathan. So I'm actually, oh no, I've got to stop recording. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this later. We share our libraries, and this is his copy. Nathan, you're at work. What are you doing? All right. So, well, we're gonna do this. We're not gonna be able to get through this battle real quick. I might have to pop out of here. So, will I shoot this man successfully? No one will know. I actually don't know if it will let me save. I think time stops while I'm doing this. Probably want to go for just body hits.
Now.
Plop, plop, plop. Oh, counterattack. He's an angry boy. And then after I've done that, I select my next person, press B, I wrap up. Whoop. And if I were to just stay there, he would just be shooting me normally for the entire time. So now I could select him again, but you see he has fewer action points to select from. All right, I need to save this, and we will be resuming this later. I need to time my recordings apparently a little bit better. So tomorrow we finish Valkyria Chronicles. It's the first battle, maybe. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Looks like tomorrow came early. It's $20. Why didn't I own this again? I bought it. I'm back. It's only been a few minutes. So let's keep going. So as you can see here, I could select Welkin again. And it wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea, except I don't have everybody else around yet. So it might make a little more sense to get someone else up. So there are some strategies that will come in later of moving the same person multiple times, but they won't be able to move as far. So we're gonna move Alicia up.
My turn, okay?
Oh, I'm getting shot at.
Now!
But took him down. Where's our next person? Across the bridge. Oh, I forgot to have Welkins crouch down because I'm a dip. Let's keep going. Going over. About using cover. All right. So we want to hang out in these because it's safer. Sandbags. All good. Immune to headshots and critical damage. So moving from cover to cover. If you've played XCOM, you know what cover is. Oh, am I going to get there? Am I going to get there? Yes. Well, I've already shot. I guess you reload after each one. So she's in position. She could have a little bit of trouble here if she doesn't try and do a little damage. Oh, see, I've got what looks like, are these firing lines? Or this is who can see. Those are sight lines. That's interesting. I'm going to activate Alicia again. Oh. Nope. I'm getting countered, but I'm good. I'm good. She's doing great. Oh, and the current action. So, something I didn't point out when it happened there, and I probably should have, was that it will tell you how many successful shots it's going to take for you to win the battle. There was that guard's going to take 7 shots. I landed 5. And yeah, the idea behind this, to get the best possible score, is you want to go really quickly. Oh, but first we have the enemy phase. So everyone automatically enters into some level of, oh yeah, taking down Overwatch, where it's not a lot of damage, but if people move into your line of fire and you are at a reasonable distance, you will take pot shots at them. You can see the cover has me pretty well managed here. Oh, almost. Oh, they could have activated again, I think. Valkyria, bless our fertile land. All right, see, it's talking about the multiple units multiple times. Oh, this I forgot. So you can bank for a big turn. If you have 3 every turn, you can just use one turn. Know that other people are going to roll in and then activate with 5 on your second turn and just like lay waste. Just brat, brat, brat. All right. So Welkin come up. Welkin. So I like this mix of... I'm going to go for flanking. Can't hit me. Can't hit me. Can't hit me. Woo! Critical. Our operation is complete. That was some good music.
I don't see any more of them.
Oh, and look at... Oh, you just get a bunch of stats at the end. It's good. So, I got a B rank on that. Can you do that in 1 turn? I bet you can. I bet you can. So, like, the goal is to do as many of these with S ranks as or like A ranks as possible. And I didn't. But you cannot revisit. That's also fine. I don't think there was anything you had to do. I can't remember. When I played this, I used a guide. And I don't use guides in start to finish. So we'll see what happens. Let's make a hilltop promise. It's like the oath at the Peach Garden. A little romance at the 3 Kingdoms. Read some poetry.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
Close your mouth, Welkin.
What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events
spoilers.
would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died.
And I love this type of framing. Oh, turtle drop. Yes. Yes, Valkyria Chronicles. So I'm a lot more excited than I thought I was going to be. Like, I knew I was into it, but I'm, like, super pumped.
In defense of Brule.
That is actually where I'm going to stop for the day, because I've just decided that. I got to say that we did the prologue today, and that's what you get. So this is Valkyria Chronicles. This is apparently one of my most favorite games. I didn't quite realize that, but I'm so excited to be playing it again, and I'm so excited to be playing it for all of you, and I'm just going to be talking about it. That paragraph down below 1B and 1C says kicked a man. I'm going to be kicking many men. A thing I was thinking during that cutscene, but I wasn't going to interrupt the cutscene with it, is Sakimoto, having done music for this and Final Fantasy 12, those are the games that I most associate him with. I know he's done more. I don't have my tablet or my phone next to me, so I can't look them up. But it's very militaristic fantasy music. You can hear that in... He's an amazing drummer. You can hear that in his percussion. Just that drum beat is so good. Oh, it's so good. And it really lends itself well to this. And Final Fantasy 12 is a very political Final Fantasy, and it's dealing with people going to war like this. And I have to remind myself that Final Fantasy 12 came out before Valkyria Chronicles. It's just that I kept buying it. Now I bought this game twice. No regrets. No regrets. Thanks for letting me use your library for 20 minutes today, Nathan. I'm going to keep playing this game. I'm just going to play it tomorrow. This is start to finish. This is Valkyria Chronicles. I am Matt Bowyer. I will be back tomorrow. It'll actually be tomorrow this time. And we're going to join the defense of Brule. Let's see what happens from there. I'm excited to be doing this. I hope you're excited to watch. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.